Hey guys, sorry about that. As you know, there was a bit of a server issue last night, so the phone's been ringing a lot. Okay, let's get into it, shall we? I can get rid of that. Ooh, I think I just deleted most of my stuff. That's awkward. Okay. I'm gonna try and catch up with the chat here. Getting signals from Goldman Sachs. Ha ha ha, Yavuz, you're very funny. Is it possible to gain insider info when institutions place orders? No, that would be insider trading, and you get in a lot of trouble for that. Привет from Moscow, welcome. No. Dude is wasting our time. Well, you can leave, it's fine. If you're not happy to be here, you can close the stream. That's okay. Let's take a short on GA and make profit together. Alright, let's have a look then. I'm open-minded. Let's take a short on GA. Let's look here. HE. Let me just. So my concern with this pair right now is the situation in Australia with COVID. Hey Josie, you need to calm the hell down, right? Like, really, grow up. Let's find a spot to reverse. If you're short, maybe till there, but I just don't like short on that. $84.56. 84.56. Is that what you're targeting for, helper? Maybe. I think this is a pretty strong movement though, so my guess would be to pull back to here and then continue on up. But I don't trade the pair, so I don't know. But for now, yeah, short, I guess so. I'm still kind of fixated on the Dow. I think that the Dow is going to go up here. The question is whether it's going to go straight up there or it's going to come back down to here at this level first. GBP CAD for short. Did I have GBP CAD up? It's another pair that I just don't trade. Let's see here. It kind of looks the same. So it looks like there's been quite a bit of GBP buying, but on GBP USD, it's getting slaughtered on that. That's a minute chart though. So, I mean, that's kind of a head and shoulders if it pulls back a bit. So you have, oh, the market's about to open. Hold on. I'll do your GBP CAD in a second. I just want to watch the market open on Dow. Oh, I have too many pairs open. We don't need AD and ZD anymore. We don't need Palladium anymore. I think Dow pops up first. Yeah. Hey man, I'm pretty sad today. My strategy during market open, but it was down. 1 day wasted, and your support said he would get back to me for a replacement. Who? I mean, what? Anyway, talk to your viewers, and I'll sort you out, man. I'll sort you out. There's a few people I need to sort out, so I will be sorting everyone out today, and that's part of my phone calls, and that's why I have to try and balance work and stream. The stream's sort of a commitment that I made, so I'm here, but unfortunately I had the phone calls this morning and last night too, so that's why I sound croaky on top of what I rode a cycling, not a race, but like an event yesterday as well, so I'm pretty physically damaged, I would say. I don't know if we're going up first. I think so. And I would be very tempted to buy Dow, except, we've been through this the last few days with the open spikes. I would say, I would hope a buy opportunity would happen down here, but we already see that the 5-minute moving averages are looking to cross. We're just sort of watching the spikes, and we're kind of in this zone, like this really rangy channel. It's pretty wide though, like it's 90 points wide, and I'd be good with 50 points, but I think I'm more comfortable with a buy down here than this one or this one, or sell from there. That would be my side. Who followed your GA call? I wonder if. Okay, so the question about GA that I have, right, is where is the Australian dollar pair? Where are the Australian dollar pairs at right now during their COVID lockdown? Is this normal price behavior that they're experiencing? Because I don't trade them, so I don't know. But I'm sort of asking that question. Is this normal behavior? Because if I look at the charts, right, GBP AUD seems to have these like big spikes and then ranginess. Like here's a big spike up just for opposites, and then it's all rangy. It's wide range, but still rangy. So is this spike that's happening now going to result in rangy behavior afterwards? Because this was kind of a breakout, sort of. It's still in that wider range. So let's see. As I said, I don't trade the pair, so I'm not overly familiar with it, but I mean, if you're making money, you're making money, right? Okay, let's zoom out a little bit here. So we're still in that range on the Dow with a bit of heavy selling. So I'm going to probably just sit on it until this zone down here, and then I'm going to look for my crosses and see if I can get some. See, the other thing is we rejected the 50 on the inside here too, so we may actually trend down in the longer term. Man, anyone who watches the stream, Josie, knows that I wake up croaky. I'm always croaky. I have sinus problems. I have a fucking cat that I'm allergic to. So chill out. Just chill out, man. Just chill out. That's all you need to do. Chill out. And if you don't like the stream, close it. It's pretty simple. And I dropped the F-bomb on YouTube, which is a mistake, but, you know, so be it. Yesterday I rode 100 kilometers. You know? You thought MFF stuff is more professional. Okay, sure. Cool. Hey Cam, by the way, I did get your email and I will reply to you today. 80 is the weakest currency. AUD is the weakest currency? That's BTC. Why am I looking at that? I still think it looks like Dow's going to go right through this now. I think that this is going to be quite the day. We're going to have to watch this and let it play out because it's too late to do anything. Or I can't chase gold either. It's too late to chase gold. But gold is on its way to where my target was on Friday. Pound yen is getting hammered. So the pound is getting beaten. I don't know. JPY is killing it across the board. Well, that would indicate that we're going into a fear market, right? Which means perhaps the stuff going on in Afghanistan is affecting the sentiment. But normally it's a hard thing to do when you're not like a fundamental specialist, right? So let's see here. Dow next leg is about to come down, so we need to find a more extreme zone as well. So you have some liquidity in this part here, but my zone is on these 3 bars because that's when the market shifted pretty heavily. So I'm going to copy that here as an extreme zone, right? So that's 200 more points down, but we have to be aware of this range zone here, which is kind of at the top of this zone. So anywhere in this mess that occurred here, anywhere in this mess is potentially a bottom, at least like a bounce. This target I don't think is going to happen anymore because of the impact of that bar. It's pretty heavy. Hi, Bud Richard here. Question: any idea when MT5 is getting supported by MF? I've written software for that in combination with a stream deck for 1 minute scalping. We don't know yet. MT5, there's a few conditions for us when it comes to MT5. So MT5, you need to have your bridge programmed for MT5. That's the first thing. So your liquidity bridge needs to be MT5. And then you have to have the order flow to support it, right? And we know that most people don't trade with MT5. So we are currently doing some big deals with some more tech providers. So, I mean, we announced TradingView already, so that's one. We've got C traders ready before programming, so we'd have to program it, but we're kind of ready in terms of contractual work. And MT5, it's a little bit different because we already have our liquidity attached to MT4, and it's a little bit different. We are working with a new firm that can do MT4, MT5 connections, and if that's the case, we probably will get both, but we haven't signed anything yet. And yes, I am a little bit hazy today, yes, because I was up all night with a server issue and fixing that server issue. And, you know, as I said yesterday, I did a very long bike ride in an event, so I'm croaky, my knees hurt, but the market's open, so everybody's happy. So we're now in the liquidity zone. We might see some noise like this from here, but that bar is so heavy that I'm not gonna catch the falling knife. Hey Dihang, are you trading against me today? There hasn't been much dollar buying with all this, so maybe that's a sign of something. Because you would expect that if the market's getting pummeled like that, there's going to be some dollar buying. Am I one of the founders? No, I'm not. The story of my involvement in MFF was that when they just had the Rapid account, I was looking for prop firms as well because I've had accounts with others, and then we got talking when I helped them out with something, and so that's how I joined. And I like, my background is brokerage, so that's. I'm an employee, but I set up the server and the price feeds, and I manage them and do liquidity work and that type of thing. What MFF first traders mean, sir? It is a promotion that we did where I'm trading against a bunch of people and the winner gets a prize. I guess the house edge is the fact that we have a person trading in the competition itself. Personally, I kind of want a trader to win because it would be nice to give free stuff to people. I enjoy doing that. But at the same time, I do have an ego that needs to be massaged every now and then. 200-mile relay run. Jeez, Justin, I wouldn't do that. No way. You know, the metric century rides, they're like my capacity. I don't do anything bigger than that. Anything more than that is painful. Can I use Trade Manager EA like Magic Keys? Yes, you can. Lots of people use them. Hey G Untitled, how was your weekend? Yeah, we need to. I feel like I need like 4 good trades in a row this week. 4 good trades in a row, and I'll be set. This price action is strange now. We were going in heavy, hit my zone, and now it's sort of bumpy. Even the it's going to be hard for me to pull the trigger today, I think. Take a look at Nasdaq, where it stands still. Nasdaq is a little bit it actually looks like it's going to go up to where we were targeting on Friday. How to join that, sir? If you go to myforexfunds.com/blog, there is info there. We are going to update that today or tomorrow for the next round, and we'll announce the next round. And I will also talk to you guys on the stream probably on Wednesday about the next round, because we'll have a lot more details coming in. When you say TradingView will be available, do you mean we can place trades on TradingView? Yes. Do you trade live here on YouTube? That's what I'm trying to do. I'm just waiting for the market to show me what it's got. Pound Aussie guy. You're going to hit some traffic here, but I hope that your trade works out. S&P goes down, my retirement goes down. I like the gold price action. Hold on. I like the price action today for the index market. It's good for me to load up. Load up on what? You're buying, you're gridding, how are you doing it? Sir, can I use an online trade copier? Yes, you can. Absolutely. Go for it. Saw the replay of your podcast with Matuza. Nice watching it. Should make it a regular thing. It's going to be weekly, I think, but we got to try and shorten it, because both of our spouses got very mad because we went too long on it. I like to talk too much, I guess. When people ask questions, I answer them, and when my brain is ready to answer them, off I go. When you're saying you look for what the market is giving you, mean you're waiting for the proper structure? Yes, I'm waiting for that one shot, one opportunity, as Eminem says, right? To lose myself in the market. I want something that says to me, if you buy now or sell now, you're in good shape. Right now, even the sell of the open, it didn't make any sense. It wasn't in any liquidity zone. It just sort of dropped down. And the good thing is I didn't try and catch it in these zones too, which is a habit that sometimes I do it, and I know that other people do it too. So I'm sort of just waiting. What I'm going to wait for is for it to hit a particular zone and then present me a moving average cross at that zone, and I'm going to take it. XPD is looking good on the daily chart. I literally just closed my XPD chart. So, yeah, I will. I can redo it. Hold on. CAD JPY. Why do I have that there? I don't know. USD CHF is still range bound. I think that's a 4-hour chart, but maybe somewhere in the 61 it'll bounce. I don't know. That's a tough pair because it's very sentiment based. Now let's go to Palladium. Do I have it? I thought I had it in. Let's see here. Man, I really don't like pairs that move like this. It's very, very hard to interpret. Unless, of course, you're a range trader. So you have this obvious zone with all these wicks in it. And then you have the flat line here. And you would probably look to if there was a buy, if there was a buy on Palladium, I would go all the way up there. But it doesn't look very bullish to me. I'm buying for longer term growth. You mean you're buying for like a investment account? What it is regularly, especially something like a week or fortnight, I'm sure it will be shorter. Sure, yeah. I think that we did have a discussion afterwards that we should make it shorter. It's just when everyone's asking questions, we want to answer them. And then you sort of go down that rabbit hole of answering everyone's questions. And yeah, it's hard. It did make sense. The reason why on Friday it was 3x ATR. DAX looks good for a short on the 15. Maybe. I don't think there's enough negative sentiment for any long-term movement on indices right now, but could be. As I said on Friday, I think I said it on Friday or Thursday, I said that the markets, so the index markets, obviously, they're waiting for a reason to sell. And so we don't know if the current geopolitical climate is a reason to sell, but I do know that the banks and the funds and everyone is sort of waiting to dump their shares because we're way too high over earnings, and sort of just waiting for the fragile bottoms to fall out of it. What's my trading style? I trade in the same day unless I leave a trade open because I feel guilty, so I have to show you guys the next day. But it's not really swinging, it's not really scalping, it's kind of, yeah, trades usually last about 2 hours unless I get stopped out. If I get stopped out or I close a loss, it's usually pretty quick. On Thursday, it stopped me out in like 20 seconds. That was great. Yeah, I can't say I like a short on the DAX. I actually prefer a long. Although they clean the gap up, maybe, maybe. Wow, Nasdaq's actually falling and didn't make a higher high, which is concerning. It's called day trading. Yeah, I guess that's what it's called these days. I think it's more of a hold the winners and close the losers. You're not a trader if you're not getting stopped in 10 seconds or less. Well, if I hit a 50-point Dow stop in 10 seconds, you should expect me to just close the stream and say nothing at all. I would just close it and I'm out. See you later. I'm done. The ego has taken too much of a pounding. Wow, look at that one. Euro JPY was in a very nice sell. So that means that people dumping their carry. I wonder how long this geopolitical turmoil is going to last, because we know now that war is coming. AUD USD really dumping at the moment too. You trade any AUD USD? I don't. I many years ago actually, because I'm from Australia, right? So way back when I lived in Australia, which was a long time ago, I did trade Aussie pairs because I was in Australia and I didn't want to stay up all night trading. So I was trading AUD USD, and I had developed a pretty good range bound strategy. It was a very wide range. And it was working for a very long time, and then the market went carry. So this was in the period between when the price went from, I think, 74 cents to the dollar all the way up to like $1.20. And I got beaten pretty bad. How come you're not entering trades? Because the market hasn't presented an opportunity to open a trade, at least for me. Other people might. I don't see a trade. The Nasdaq super dropping. Yeah. I don't know why, actually. Well, I kind of do, but I didn't expect it to be so heavy. I kind of expected there to be some downward movement in share markets at open because of what's happening in Afghanistan, but not so heavy for Nasdaq, for example. I mean, I don't think that what's going on in Afghanistan hurts tech stocks so much. And the Dow is holding up decently, but I think the Dow has munitions companies in it. Yeah, so my understanding of what's happening right now is that the Taliban has taken over Afghanistan, and now if you read US and European newspapers, there is a case being made for re-entering as a united front, which I don't like. Personally, I don't like war in general, but that's a political matter that is personal. It's got nothing to do with the markets, right? So my interpretation of what's happening is that there will be a united entry into Afghanistan at some point in the near future. It's kind of written on the wall because of what's happening. And whether you believe it's necessary or not doesn't really matter, but the media is kind of pumping it up, right? They're providing the case for it, because for the last 5-10 years the general public has been anti-Afghanistan war, so they're sort of making the case for it, and I can see it, and I'm pretty sure most people will be able to see it too. So I think that war is coming. All the countries sent their air force there to pick up the citizens and to leave over the weekend. Actually, even Australia did, because the Taliban took the capital. They're now the government. So if the US thinks they're there still, I don't think so. If they are, they're not in a position to say they are. That's my interpretation of it. But as I have said, geopolitics and macroeconomics is not my specialty. All I know is that the newspapers are clearly making a case for a war. It won't go down because it is not an internal issue. I don't know. I mean, right now I could draw a pretty good zone on the Nasdaq here, right? In between these two lines. But because of the momentum, it'll just get shunned to hell. So let's take this old zone and we'll use that. And if I get any significant bounce off that line, I probably would take a long on Nasdaq, despite me breaking my own rules and saying I'll never trade Nasdaq ever again. It's the actual opposite to the 2020 riots. Yeah, I don't know enough about that stuff to comment. You will defend MFF staff houses more. Yeah, you're really funny today, Josie. I'd like to highlight to you though, mate, that even though you're here talking smack, we haven't banned you. So you're welcome to sit here and talk smack. That's fine. We don't have a problem with that. Your comments don't really hurt anyone. So the big question now in my head is, do I trade a short pullback on Dow, or do I look to follow through on a long? Could it pull back to this zone and then fall again? You took a long on US 30. Where's your stops at, Lopez? What do you, give us more information. What are you targeting? Where you stop at? I think that we could take a look if the price is here, but yeah, this move is going to pull back for sure. The question is if it's going to continue down or not. This is like in the same day, right? That's why I did the fib on that, because we're talking about the high and low of the market at the moment. at the moment. So is it of this move, what is the pullback? So the 50 is also in this zone. That's a place where you could consider shorting it. The 61 is in the zone, but at the upper echelon of it. So I would probably not expect it to go past that if it was going to continue down. The way these bars are moving right now, it kind of looks like it's going to continue up because there's a lot of pressure, but I've been fooled before, so I just wait for my confirmation. Hello, sir. I was wondering if a bank statement can be used instead of a utility bill for verification. Yes, it can. SL is at 35248. It's aiming for 35358. 248 35358. Well, good luck with that. If the buy move happens, that's a pretty good target, and the momentum is kicking up. So I'm just gonna wait for the zone to be hit and see how it reacts there, and then I'll make my decision. Oh, sorry guys, the stream sort of flickered there. I don't actually know why. I think there was an update on my computer. Hey Josh, had a nice start to day 1 in phase 2. Small risk and 2K profit today. 50 points, for example, Ness with only 10 lots. Good luck on the... Well done, Seb. Good job. Well, Costa, I probably won't fail it. That's for sure. Risk management sort of keeps me in it, but I would like to finish above 100K, that's for sure. But I'm only doing 2 weeks because that's the deal for MFF versus trader. 4 weeks. One of the reasons we kept it to 2 weeks is because people generally lose their account on the 3rd week. So we wanted to make sure that people didn't just die off. And I would like to say Carlos Irtate. And I noticed with a lot of traders, if they simply focused on taking the smallest loss possible, they would go to past challenges with no issue. Kind of. There are people who or there are a lot of people actually who fail because their stop is too tight and they just lose a lot, and they're hoping that one trade will get them over the line. There's a number of people actually that I have said, please, don't trade so tight, because their trading strategy is good, but they're just strangling themselves. But yeah, I can't make people trade a certain way. If you stay in the game, it's much easier to pass. That's my motto anyway. Wow. Unexpected price movement, and 50's down here. This is going to be tough because normally I'd wait for the cross, but the price is already all the way up there. Congrats to Lopez, by the way. Well done. Am I doing 100K evaluation? No, I'm just doing the MFF versus trader thing, which is it's 100K evaluations, but I'm only 2 weeks trading. I know it lags, but I didn't expect. I didn't think that we would get such a fast movement up, but I think that I'm going to buy on a pullback. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to sit and be patient. Anyone holding gold longs? I know that Yavuz was on Friday. How do you know Greek? I am part Greek. That's how I know Greek. You only trade indices? No. But so far when I've traded something else, I've only lost, at least in this challenge. So yeah. I think I traded gold and broke even, and pound and broke even. I think that's correct, right? D-Hung can correct me. HH is next dude above 35640. Yes, Jose, I agree with you, but I need to find a spot to get in the market where my stop won't get immediately hit. Right. GU shorts already targeting 260 pips. Nice. Looks like is too fully focused on US 30 pairs. Moves stupidly these days. Except for NFP week, then it is very tight range and death to us all. I'm probably gonna chase this trade. Probably. Yes, I'm going to chase this trade. I'm going to just drag my stop, I think. Let's drag it. A bit more than that. There we go. And I'm going to tighten my stop with time. Oh, they changed that again. There we go. So if we get through this open spike, I'm going to start moving my stop tighter. I took the cross, which is my strategy. It's just that it's moving too fast. I saw this price action here, and that's why I took it. And the pullback was not coming. The famous last words, obviously. It's already 10:13, man. I have work to do during the day. And I promised that I would be off before 11:30 off stream because it eats my internet connection up. When are we going to get MT5? I don't know yet. Forex is becoming more difficult compared to 2019, 2020. Kind of. The range is tight, right? So with FX, there are more profitable strategies that are not single trade based, if that makes sense, right? So you can trade FX profitably if you have a multiple trade strategy, which is a little bit wider than what most people want to trade. We have a bunch of traders who trade quite a lot of FX who are very profitable and long-term profitable. They've been around for a while. And they are trading using zones, but wider zones, and they have their stops in place and everything like that. All the risk management boxes are ticked, but they're splitting their order into pieces so that they're averaging into price. So that could be a solution to people who are struggling with FX. I don't particularly recommend it to people who are unsure of what they're doing. But for example, if you're trading treasuries, you generally do that as well. And treasuries barely move in comparison to FX even. I'm going to have a little bit of drawdown here, I think. It's funny though, because if I just played my zone like I should have, but didn't over speculate, probably would have come off better. It's $25 per pip, man, per point rather. I feel like a madman in our 1 minute scalping strat. We're not using a stop loss take profit in and out in 1-2 candles. That sounds dreadful. You look for shorts here. Yeah, I don't think I'm looking for shorts with the V reversal pattern, but you could be right. I've been wrong so much lately that I'm kind of used to it now. Nice sell on tech stocks. Apple minus $3. Yeah, that does. It's unusual. I don't understand that. Why is the Nasdaq getting hammered? Whoever trades Nasdaq, please tell why. Why did it get hammered today? Is it earnings season? It's labor intensive, yes, but it does work when falling. What do you trade with that type of strategy, Richard? Are you trading like volatile pairs or are you trading tight ones? All tech stocks, huh? I'm gonna set some places of interest so that I can tell just how bad I'm losing if I'm losing. Hey Flo, how you doing? Nasdaq is getting hammered because the market needs Trump. Yeah, no comment. I mean, don't know. I'd have to, let me check something. Bad Chinese data, COVID fears, Afghanistan fears. Bonds rally. Apparently Japan is a financial burden on people because of the Olympics. Yeah, I'm just reading mark to market. It's I'm GU short. You still got time to go short on that probably. At least 250 pips more coming. That's way too long for me to trade. I'm similar, Richard. 1 minute scalp on indices, US 30, and even in Forex, I'm into in and out 2 to 10 minutes or 20 minutes max. Yeah. I miss, like I don't watch the market enough anymore to be in and out so fast, so. MFF trade is based on challenge or live accounts. There's a bit of both in there. It's only supposed to be evaluations though. But we mixed a few people in today. Actually, the person who's winning is a live account. He's up like 20% or something in the week and a half or week that it's been up. So there's I don't see myself getting even the top 5, to be very honest. Unless, you know, everyone collapses around me, but I don't think so. I am going to get stopped out. And that hurts my ego a little bit, but that's fine. I'll get stopped out and then it'll go up, I'm pretty sure. But I'll take that, I think. Yeah, I'm out. I closed it myself, but c'est la vie. Another bad trade. Hopefully you're against me. What will he win if he's already live? He'll get a free 100k valuation. That's my knuckles cracking. S&P is down. Isn't that funny? Probably wouldn't have been stopped out yet, but anyway, I closed it. Yeah, shouldn't have chased. That's exactly right. Is it based on closed trades or floating? It is based on your overall condition of the market, right? Of your account, sorry. So you have to have positive equity, positive balance, and everything. I do know that a few people have already lost their accounts. And I'd say that I came pretty close to it last week, but yeah. So I'm gonna say that the pullback that I wanted to wait for is probably here. But now I'm just chasing more trades, I think. I don't know. We have this zone and the zone, which is these ones. A lot of liquidity here. We fractaled up on that bar, even though it's too bearish in a row. 5-minute trend is still averaging down. Whoever called the sell, congratulations. You win, I guess, a pat on the back from me. Congratulations. Hi, my MFF dashboard hasn't been updating since my second day or trading my evaluation. Do I need to contact the support team? Yes, please do, and we will fix it. It doesn't take much for us to fix it if we know about it. How to get the free 100K val? Gold should be going short. So the free 100K in this instance is if you win this challenge and your account was live. If you were someone who opted in, you will get, if you win and pass the evaluation, so you still have to complete it, you will get passing of phase 2, you get to skip it, plus a refund of your account. If you were non-opt-in and you are in the challenge, which we brought in a bunch to fill up the leaderboard a bit more because we wanted to have more than 8 people. So we brought in, I think we got 22. So we brought in the rest of them. If you were not opt-in, then you will just get refunded before when you're doing phase 2, you get refunded for the whole thing, so you don't have to wait for your profit split. There's my pullback. Josh, what's the reason not to close the trade when you were at 2K profit in that trade you just did? Curious for your way of thinking. I wasn't in 2K profit. I was in like $800 profit. Probably less. It didn't close because the momentum suggested to me it'll keep going. I actually thought in my head the pullback would come to here and continue, but it came down more. And now, to me, a sell is kind of on the horizon, I think, because of all this longer term price action. But I mean that V shape is almost a reason not to trade. I bet you're super rich in your hindsight trading account. Yep, absolutely. But it reached a resistance zone. True. Yep. I chased the trade, right? You shouldn't chase the trades. I did exactly that, and I got burned. And if anything, I hope that it's a lesson for everyone not to chase trades. Hey, Carlo, you have a live account with us, right? I'm pretty sure I'm familiar with your name. I can actually check, to be honest, but let me just stalk you. No, it might not be you. We have a lot of Carlos. Hello, Josh. What is it about 300K? Please explain again, because I just joined. I don't think we were talking about 300K. We're talking about the free 100K account, maybe. Chase trades is the same like forcing trades. Chasing trades is like when you miss one and then you enter at the high, like I'm really good at. And yes, do the opposite of me and you will make a killing. We've already established that fact. You got violated due to your lack of information. Yeah, it's probably my accent. Sorry. Why is max funding 600K and not higher, like 800K or 1 million? Because there's not unlimited liquidity in the market. You can scale on that 600K up to probably the moon if you're trading with us that long. At the moment, it's kind of a soft cap at 2 million. But you can't get 1 to 100 leverage on $2 million. It's, at least if you're being executed in the market, you can't. And I think that any firm, like if you scaled whatever amount at any firm to $2 million, for example, you can expect to have a lower leverage, unless of course they're kicking you out. Temptation. Pin bar. Taking it. The comeback is not real yet. We need it to be real though. Fill the gap. And down we go to my stop loss. Are there many trades with 200K avail accounts? There are. The number of 200K accounts changes very often because there were a lot of gamblers who do 200K accounts. Can you explain why it's so difficult for any retail trader to become billionaire trading Forex? Asking for a friend. Because there's not unlimited liquidity. That's practically the reason. Once you reach a certain level in FX, so I don't know if you guys have realized it. I'm sure some of you know this already, but the FX market barely moves in percentage terms. It's just leverage that does the job, right? And as you get bigger, your leverage starts dropping. And as your leverage drops, your profit drops. And that's why eventually you lose. Josh, you're 2 weeks in a challenge now. Challenge in terms of you versus somebody else. Yet I'm against 22 other people in our database. And I can assure you that 15 of them are probably doing better than me right now. And I chased this trade again, I think. I might cut this. My stop is... That's so wide. Why is that so wide? Stopped out again. Yeah, probably. I might actually close it before I stop out. I thought that was gonna be the formation here, so I'll give it like a minute and then see where we're at. There's so much movement going on. Like the 5-minute bar on Nasdaq is nice, but I don't know. Yeah, I closed the trade, which I held overnight, so I thought that would count as profit. I could use as a buffer until I got the email. Still have seen it. Oh. Have you contacted anyone about that? And we can do something about it. So when one becomes really big in FX, trading a million or two trading account, then the way they make profit is to trade really big time frame weekly. Not exactly. Now I'm out. I'm getting out of the way of that, and it'll bounce up now, and I'll lose. Would have been right, but whatever. When you get a certain size, when you're trading and your leverage gets cut, you can expect your liquidity to get eaten. Is a spread on gold 1.5 USD? I believe it's 15 cents. Yeah, it's cents. You allowed to trade on the weekend on evaluation and rapid? Yes. So you can expect you can open unlimited size in the market, like you just plunk an order in the market, but you should expect to be partial filled, slipped to hell, etc. if you're over 100 lots. Over 100 lots, that's when things get more complicated, and it really depends on your order flow, right? So if you have big trades and you come to us, well, let's say that you have a track record with us, right? We're going to scale you up. We're going to get you $2 million. We would then go to a bunch of different providers with your order flow from your statement, and we would say, we want 500 lots per click, for example, for this person. Can you do it? And 9 out of 10 of them will say no. But then the 10th one will say yes, and then we'll set up a direct stream for that, right? There is some order flow types where you will never, ever, ever be able to trade huge size on. For example, if you saw my gambling post in Discord, that trader, we struggle a lot to fill him. Fortunately, most of his accounts now are gone. There's, I think, 1 or 2 left. And I say fortunately, and I know that sounds bad, but fortunately in the sense that I can sleep at night now because I don't have to be constantly on the phone with liquidity providers. That's why I say fortunately. It doesn't have anything to do with wanting that particular person to lose. Just, it made my life very difficult. And we obey our contractual agreement with the person too. We don't kick him out or nothing. What about liquidity on gold? Gold is more complicated for liquidity because we fill on spot, right? So there's only so much liquidity available globally, and no one's going to price you insane size for gold because the gold market is very heavily dependent on physical sales. Do I chase it the 3rd time? Do I chase it the 3rd time? The 2nd time was right. I should have kept it. Do I chase it the 3rd time? All right, if you've contacted Yavuz, he's probably contacted me, so I will. Actually, I think he has. I will arrange. I will at least get some info to you today. Hello, can you open the spread tab on the pairs, please? Sure, I can do that. Hold on. Spread. I suppose I need to widen this a little bit to give it some space. There we go. There you go. It's in the channel, but over the 50 line. Yes, now it's goodbye. Go towards the resistance zone again. Don't do it. I know. I lost most of my profit from Friday today. Actually, last Monday was horrible too. For me, anyway. You guys probably did better than me. I know that Dihang did better because he traded opposite me. Gold longs are looking pretty. Yeah, gold is quite far away from where I would consider any trade, to be honest. Is this the same spread we're getting? Yes, this account is on the evaluation server. Well, that's the demo server, right? But the price feeds are the same. The only thing that can sometimes be different is the swaps, and that's because we update the live server first based on what the market's at. And demo sometimes, because you have to update every single pair, because the swaps are changing every day or two now. You have to update every single pair, and sometimes you miss one or two. So demo is always a little bit different with swaps well, it's not always, but if we've missed a pair, right? But on live, it's 100% up to date. Yeah, I had a 20-hour trade from GJ on Friday and I closed it today. Nice. Don't force a trade. Yeah, I know. It's not really forcing it much, but the problem I'm having is with all the traffic. We're back in the zone. But I want the trade. We go back up to the resistance is 30, 40 points. I know that there's going to be another trade later today, and I know I can't stream forever because I have work to do. What is the commission per lot? On FX it's $3. And metals, but nothing else has commission. So yeah, I have work to do today, but I know that there's going to be another trade today. But I don't want to do another one that's not on stream, because the whole recording of it is a bit messy. If you get to be a big player in the market, will the market eventually target your orders for liquidity? So there are a few people I know from my brokering days who went from being an individual trader to, I guess, a market maker. And the reason why they became a market maker is because they couldn't get hidden fills well enough as individual traders. So what they did was they became either a buy side or a sell side liquidity provider. Where's the live server located? We use a server cluster that is in Europe. One is in Frankfurt, one is in Bulgaria, one is in, I think it's in Paris or somewhere around Paris, somewhere in that area. And I'm working now on doing a NYLD4 cross connect too. Can I check online which pair I get positive swap? No, but if you have an account, you can just go to the pair and check the symbol, but yeah, Costa, I know. I know, but I have these rules in the challenge that are a problem. Right, where I only have a certain amount of time to trade, so I kind of have to force some trades. Do you think subconsciously you're not taking this challenge too serious? I kind of know. Well, it's a double-edged sword, right? So the one negative thing is that I'm streaming and it changes the psychology. I don't have all the time in the world, right? So I'm trying to put on a show per se, but at the same time, I'm confined by time. So knowing that I'm confined by time means that I'm not so upset by the fact that, you know, I'm not doing so well. It doesn't hurt me. If this was my own real account, I would be quite upset. Yes, this is Traders Global Group server. So our corporate name is Traders Global Group. That's MFF. Long Euro USD and GBP to capitalize on the gold movement. GBP looks good. And Euro USD looks good too. But again, I'd be chasing that. Certainly would be chasing those trades. I want to see what the 1 hour bar ends up like. If it's wiki like this, then we're probably going to be range bound all day on the Dow. But let's see. Bullish indices from here. Yeah, maybe. My 5-minute trend indicators still showed down, but it's in that zone still. It's in the rangy mess. And I have seen Dow before do this and then fall to death. So there is that alarmist element to it. But I think, you know, I just think that I might be done for the day, to be honest. Took my losses and I'm still in the game. So we know how last week worked out. 3 days of losses and then 1 day and I'm back. Nasdaq does not look bullish. Sorry. That bar looked bullish, but that does not look bullish at all. And S&P doesn't either. Dow is the confusing one. And I would say that it might show some weakness later too. But it's caught in the averages, it's caught in the range. It's a complete mess. Just to double check, when we take the evaluation phase, this is the spreads we are getting. Does anything change when we go live? No. Potentially, the swap will be different if we make a server-side mistake, as I said, because we update live swaps first. So sometimes the demo swaps can be different to live if we haven't correctly updated the demo server. The live server for swap is more important because we're actually paying or being charged the swap. Dow does look bullish, but yeah, I'm just waiting to see like some sort of online post from that Joe's guy. That Josh guy was drunk in trading or something like that, you know. I think Dow's going up, and now I feel like I have my opportunity. My famous last words. Oh, Jesus. It's short. We'll see. We'll see. It was an outside door. That's what that sound was. The door opened and scared the bejesus out of me. First trade out in profit, bought Nasdaq again. You're playing with fire there, I think. Are you looking for buys at 38.2? No, that's too low. If I was to buy, I mean, it's kind of the point to buy right now, but probably just gonna get stopped out again. We're at 10 minutes till the end of the hourly bar. Hold on. One sec, guys. One sec. No, it's not food. It was the maintenance person in the building, that's all. So I have a hard stop on streaming at 10 past 11, which is in 18 minutes. Send a screenshot of my current trades on Discord. Where did you send it? To the trade ideas part, or? I don't actually have Discord open at the moment. Okay, that's strange. A little floating bar. Yeah, man. Stop loss on streaming. It's a hard stop. I actually don't know how much noise my mic picks up. So in New York City, there's lots of helicopters every day. So I'm not sure if people hear that. Oh. I just don't think there's going to be any clear direction. So I'm probably not going to have any more trades today. Maybe sell, I don't know. Send in general chat? Okay. Probably should put that in the trade ideas section. You might get attacked for bragging there. I've seen it before. All right, let's clean this up again. We're gonna dump the Fibo. Don't need that. I'm gonna get rid of my horizontals. I'm gonna get rid of my trend line. Now the horizontal. And we're gonna reanalyze. So we got 2 points. 1, 2, 3 points, 4 points. We have 1, 2, 3, let's say 4 here. Really should have paid attention to my zone there, but anyway. Yeah, I mean, I don't ban people. I'm not into banning. Like, if someone wants to troll, let them troll. It doesn't bother me. I'm familiar with the internet. This is, to me, bullish, but lots of traffic. Three minutes to the hourly. The hourly doesn't look bullish at all. If the price closes below this 20, it is short. Did anyone do anything interesting on the weekend? You know, paragliding or something? Shape rectangle. I think that pound yen is probably going to be short again. Although the W formation is a bit bullish, but I think we're going up to the 50 and then down we go again. Gold looks toppy now. It's right at that zone now, so I think that's the zone I drew on Friday. Somewhere up here. And it's pretty into it. But it would be a pullback and continuance sort of pattern. There's the hour. Let's analyze the hour. It's still under all the averages, but it's looking bullish. You can hear the police sirens. They're still looking for me, I guess. You know I'm gonna do it. You know I'm gonna do it. I have to do it. And this will be the last one of the day, but I had to do it. I am right in the Hudson. Short gold. Yeah, it's about to hit resistance again, but I think that I had to long it. And I think that I am going to be right this time. But my stop might be a bit too tight. I'm going to go to this bar here, there. Doing it based on the 1 hour is going to probably come up here. And then in that zone, it's probably going to be more resistance-like behavior. If I get stopped out again, so be it. So be it. You know. Actually, I'm going to reverse it. No, I'm not. Wait. I'm going to give it a 5-minute bar. Why you go long at resistance? There's multiple resistances and multiple supports too. There's support here. There's resistance up here. There's resistance over here. We choose the ones we play, right? I would say that if it was up here, then your point would be more valid, and I probably wouldn't have taken it if the price had pushed that hard. The problem that I'm going to face is that there's a lot of selling going on, so You mentioned you snowboard. I'm not sure. Which is better, snowboarding skill or trading? As in my skill? I'm probably bad at both. Do you short added position? I think you're range bound there for now. Like, why? Fair enough. If you added position, good for you, I guess. I don't understand why you added position there specifically. But, you know me, calling them wrong. That is a hammer. And it's a hammer in a squeeze, so. Hey, dashboard problem stopped my trades and account while I was not violating anything. Is there a way to get? Have you sent it to Yevos specifically, or one of the support guys? Because I mean, I see your name, I don't know what it's attached to, whose account, so I can't comment right now. But if you go to Yevos and just let him know you're the guy from chat, he'll pass it to me so that I know specifics. Maybe it's time to long Nasdaq. No. No, it's not. Nasdaq, you're looking at this area, I think, or that trend line. Winning trade number 4 for us, probably. Probably. I do like my chances a little bit here, more than the others. It is coming up on lunch though, so. I'm just wondering whether this hammer will actually stay a hammer and actually perform like a hammer is supposed to. It's not in the best position, obviously. Let's look top down. I have my fingers crossed and my backside clenched. I have seen this before with the Dow. I definitely have seen this sort of price action before. But yeah, it's usually very slow. Very slow. Yeah, it could go either way. It's sort of, obviously we'd want a higher high in order to confirm, but it's sort of looking bullish here. Sort of. You'd want that gone, right? You'd want up there, gone, finished. And at that point, I'll probably sit my trade at break even and hope that it hits my target. You could argue all these patterns here, right? See this. I really don't like the trend line indicator for MetaTrader. Let me get down here. So what I'd hope for is a bar like this one here. But it is, you could use simple strategies to define that. Yeah. I usually use top down on 5 and 1 minute. I actually have to leave, everyone. Thank you for watching. And subscribe if you are kind enough to. I will be back again tomorrow at 9. And maybe a bit longer tomorrow, we'll see. To the guys who had some like tech related issues, be sure to get the information to our team so that we can fix them for you. Obviously a stream chat, it's hard for me to do it, but if you get it to them, I will happily fix it for you. And hopefully tomorrow's a better day. Have a good trading day, everyone, and